Good morning, guys. It is Thursday morning and so many things have happened this morning. My battery ran out of juice. I need a new one. I started vlogging again and the benefits people called, and in the midst of that the workers came to fix our window, or we have this lock mechanism on our window. It's been cracked. It doesn't really change anything for the kind of when it's closed, but when you open it you can kind of prop it up with this kind of locking mechanism thingy. So if I would open it up a little bit I wouldn't be able to lock it up in a position. Instead it will just open up the whole way, and we don't want that for the kitties. But we really didn't see that it was broken. However, when the workers were here the last time, a couple of months ago, they saw that and they said they should fix it. And then it took a couple of months and they kind of realized, oh, we've forgotten this. So they came today and fixed it. So that is done. Awesome. I started out kind of slow morning, watching YouTube and stuff, fixing my nails. And then I decided to finally get the fabrics that I dyed in the beginning of October up in the store. So I now have all the linen up. I'm gonna put up the rest of my cottons, which is quilt cottons. Those are also going up in the store today. So after I talk to you, I'm gonna fix that. Also, I put in an order for new lobster claps. Basically, I went back into the store, looked at the store website for the lobster claps, and found that where I source them from China is like so much cheaper than the ones I would buy from them. It's a lot of money. So I decided to take the up to 46 days of post and just order them. So I ordered a bunch of them, about 200. So we'll be able to do about 100 of these knitting markers, because those are the ones I'm after, doing the knitting markers. I kind of like I use them myself so much that I really wanted to buy a few more so I can sell them also. But yeah, so that has been my morning today, fixing those things. My nails, funny thing, yesterday I talked to you about that I bought a few things from Williams for my nails, and one of those were nail cleaner thingies, and I bought this one, which I thought, because I apparently can't read, I thought that this was one of those where you put your pad on top of it and you push and you get a little bit of it onto your pad and then you clean your nails. But no, this is a dip-in. I've seen the homemade version of these on people sharing on Facebook, where you take like foam pad and you cut a little cross into it and you put it into a glass bottle and you fill it with nail polish remover, and then you dip your fingers in it to clean your nails. And I just looked at it and like, yeah, does that really work? Use this. Unbelievable how fast the polish went. Of course, though, I did not have any glitter on my nails, so it does go very fast to remove the polish. But it was so simple. You put your finger in, you dipped a couple of times, pull it up, then you dipped a couple of times more, and then you're done. It went so fast. Also, it was awesome to use with my little nail kit. So this is the little nail kit that I bought. All of these products are by Depend. I think they are a Swedish brand. They are in Norway, Denmark and Finland too, but I don't know. But I think they are a Swedish brand. I think my friend, she studied to be a nail technician, and they used C&D, the brand C&D, which basically is the professional version of Depend. So it's the same company that do the products. And Depend have a lot of nail polish. And I've talked about this before. I don't really like their polishes because they do such a thin layers. But I do use their kind of carrying. Before I put them on my nails, I always treat them with a carrying serum that you let kind of go into your nails, and then you dry them off, and then you do your base coat. And Depend also has been my base coat of choice. However, when I went shopping yesterday, I didn't find the Depend base coat, and I discovered that the Setcha base is actually not that expensive. I think it is almost the same price as the Depend, and it's much more in the bottle. So I got the Setcha base coat, which also is a ridge filler. I don't have super kind of stripy nails, but it does make them a little bit more flat. It's kind of like. But anyhow, this little kit, I only used the dodder, and I used both sides. And yeah, I really need to learn how to use that thing. Either on my nails or actually just sit and make dots on a paper with the help of my nail polish, and kind of figuring out how much I need to. And also I'm a little bit shaky still from not having proper cortisone for so long, or for 3 weeks. So yeah, they're not perfect, but I kind of like them. I used the grey polish that I only used on my pinkies before. Pinkies? Is this a pink? Ring finger. This is the pinky. This is a ring finger. Sorry. I only used on my ring fingers on my last nail polish, and I used that as a base. And then I used my new purple that I got yesterday as small dots, and then the bigger dots is the golden nail polish. I did get a nail polish today in my calendar. I wanted to show you that too. It's this. It is a purple tinsel. And by the way, I don't think I told you this, but if you're using a tinsel polish and you get those little strand thingies hanging over on your nails, you can use a nail file to just file them down, and it works awesomely. So, purple nail polish, purple glitter, which I really like. So yeah, that has been my morning today. I say it's a little, but when I'm talking to you about it, it feels kind of a lot. I'm starting to feel better, I think. I have a little bit more energy. But that is going to be kind of the day is, it's noon. So I'm going to try to get some food into me. And then I think I'm just going to listen to an audiobook and do some stitching. And I can actually show you, because I don't think I showed you yesterday. But here is my stitching. Still working on the little ducky, the mallet duck, my father's mallet duck. And here is I'm doing it color by color, but just in the frame, because I don't want to switch the frame. And I kind of like the parking, but you can't really park on this kind of piece. So I'm just doing like piece by piece the darkest. So now I'm gonna do I'm there, so you can see, and I'm going to go down here somewhere. I have a couple of stitches. This is the piece where I don't really like stitching, but I think it's like 1 or 2 stitches over here, so I thought, yeah, I can do that. And yeah, so I'm starting with the brown, and then I'm gonna go through all the colors, and we're gonna have a mallet duck. But yeah, I just realized by switching the camera that I'm almost up on my time. So good morning, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I didn't talk to you about why I cut my hair off. So here's the thing. I always wanted to try this because there is nothing I like more than to run my hands on someone's shortcut head. And Christopher, he always cuts his hair with the trimmer, and I was like running my hands out when it's newly cut. So I thought I would try it myself, but also because I always wanted to know if my head was in the right shape. I always had this idea that it wasn't, but I kind of like it. Kind of like my new hair. And also, one of the reasons why I cut my hair right this time around was because it was my choice. Something I didn't really discuss when I cut my hair last time, which was, I think, around the start of my vlogs, maybe, no, about half year in. I cut all my brown hair off and I dyed it blonde. Might actually have been before I started vlogging. I'm not really sure right now, but I have pretty long hair and then I cut it short. And one of the reasons was that due to coloring with over-the-counter brown dyeing, it's pain to bleach that, and therefore I kind of cut it off, because we tried bleaching it at the place. We knew we couldn't bleach the ends, but we tried bleaching the tops too and it didn't work, so I ended up having a pixie cut. Another reason why I cut my whole hair off was because I was treated with what's called Celcept, which is a light version of like the meds you use for cancer. And you do, when you have an autoimmune disease like I have, you need to stop, because you are basically, what's happening, your autoimmune system goes haywire, and then it's haywire for a whole bunch of time and then kind of gets tired, and then you get what's called leukopenia. Basically you have too little white blood cells, and actually the leukocytes. And I had this medication and it actually worked. However, the side effects were worse than the symptoms I had, and that is the reason why I stopped taking it. But it actually stabilized my immune system for some time. And one of the side effects of the medication was that I was starting to lose my hair. And I have very, very thick hair, and you probably have seen it before, but you can see it right now too. It's like it's filling up pretty good on my hair, and I have a lot of hair. And at that period of time, I actually didn't have that lot of hair. It was very, very thin and very, very brittle, and I needed to cut off my hair because I couldn't, it fell, so much of the hair fell off that I wasn't comfortable having like braids and stuff. So I didn't fully have a choice then to actually fix my hair or actually cut my hair. And this time around, I'm not taking that medication. I'm not losing any hair anymore. I'm actually pretty stable in my disease, and I think that's the whole thing. I think what my rheuma has been trying to tell me, but in a way so I haven't understand it, is that the issues I'm having in my body doesn't have anything to do with my lupus. I don't really have any lupus issues right now. So that is in remission. All the pain and aches and everything, it's from something else. And yeah, I've been talking about it for days, so you know about it. So my whole hair is all back and wonderful, and I don't have any rashes in my scalp, which I had then. So I decided to cut it off because it's fun, because it will all grow out again. So it is uneven, and I have a super serious whirl back in my head, which is a lot of problems because I don't know how to put it on or how to fix it, like hairstyle it. But I kind of like this. Yeah. I am drinking a cup of coffee. I thought I'd sit here in the kitchen to give you a little bit other view because I'm not leaving the apartment today. I'm considering making a couple of like needle keeps. I do have to go look and see if I do have any kind of flace. What's it called? I think it's called flace. You know, the fabric version. because I do want to have a piece of that on the inside for you to kind of add your needles to when you have one or two, but it's gonna have a little pocket for your needles too. It's gonna have a little teeny pocket where you can put like your little baggie with needles, so it's kind of made up to work with how you buy your needles from me. So that's the idea, and I think I want to use, I have this fabric pack which I had for like 3 years or something. I bought a whole bunch of quilt fabric, like 3 years now. I've been buying, not a whole bunch, that is lying. I don't have that much quilt fabric. I have pretty little quilt fabric, but I have this package, like have a whole bunch of mixed fabrics, and I've used a little bit of it because I found a blue in the midst of all the oranges and greens that I really liked. So I used that as the background, I think, on one of my hanging pieces. But I want to use them, and I have ideas. I have so many ideas. They're like popping in my head. So we'll see if I get any energy, because I'm getting really exhausted. I have just a few hours a day that I have energy right now, so I'm really exhausted. So I'm considering going back and sitting on the sofa, because just going up and doing this, but at least I can sketch down the idea, so that maybe tomorrow I can sew a little. Yeah, I'm editing vlogs. So I got in day 11 and 12 edited and exported, or they are going to be exported, but they put into the compressor to be exported. But I needed to get some of the clips off the camera, because day 13 and 14 were still on my camera. So I transferred them, and while I was up and around looking for the camera, I got my meds and I went down and got some mail. And today I had some happy mail. I had bills too, so it's not all happy mail. But I got a card from Sarah. She's called craftyrat.uk, and she had made me this card, which I got in the mail. Really happy for it. This is my first Christmas card this year. Awesome. So thank you. You can, as I said, you can check her out at craftyrat.uk. And then I got a package from L'Oreal, from Essie. So, if you remember, a couple of days ago, I opened my box and there were nothing there. So I contacted L'Oreal, and L'Oreal said, we'll send you 2 polishes because of that. So I got 2 polishes. So basically, if you go to the value on the Swedish market, these 2 together is about 1/3 of the price of the calendar. So cost-wise, I did pretty good. So I got, and I don't have neither of them, which also was a happy coincidence. I got the Not Just a Pretty Face. This is a beige pink. Again, something I probably won't be using on its own, but I might actually be using it both with some kind of glitters as a kind of neutral base. Sometimes you want to just have a neutral base, or maybe just have this neutral base and add a little line of gold or something like that. Gizmo is eating something. I have to figure out what it is. What? Yeah, it's probably just looking at yarn, because I have some wool pieces there. Yeah, it's wool pieces it's playing with. The second one, it's Peach Daiquiri. I hope it's showing up. I hope it's showing up. We can do it like this instead. Hey, why not do it like this? This is a Peach Daiquiri, so this is a orange pink. It's actually a pretty, it's a little less yellow, because I'm getting a pretty much yellow light there. Let's see if we don't have the, look, it's starting. Woo! Now it's actually almost the color it is. It's a little bit more pink. But yeah. You see, you can play with... I have auto lighting on the camera. So that's why this is. And yeah, you can look at this again. The peach. The beige pink. Yeah. So awesome! I actually put most of my polishes into my bag today, and it's now filled to the brim and I can't close it. So I need to kind of stash it. And here's the thing. Right now my nail polishes are living in a drawer together with my inks, because I have this Alex drawer at the side on my craft table where I put all my inks. Now I want to make those like the low black little cupboards that I have for my pens. I want to do similar ones for all of my distress ink pads, but really I want to do it for all my pads that I have, but the distress ink pads are square while the other ones are a little bit more oval, so I need to have 2 different sizes. And that has been on my mind for a long time, to actually do those. So hopefully with more energy they will get there, and then I have more space for all my nail polishes. Yeah, I become a polish addict when, like, I have a friend who's she loves makeup, and even though I understood her, I didn't completely understood her with all of those polishes, but I can understand her right now. Really understand her, because I am a nail polish addict. Yeah, that's how it is. But I'm gonna continue editing videos. I have 2 more to edit, then I'm all up to date, and you will get all the videos on the day they're supposed to go out. So yeah. Now I have about 2 hours with my computer that I can't do anything with, because I finally edited all of the videos for Vlogmas. Woohoo! I'm feeling very happy about it, because somehow I still have that in me that doing a daily vlog means updating daily, and I haven't been doing that for so long, and being able to actually take the time and just edit all of them being around like 25 minutes long. I'm sorry about that. This is going to be long too, because I talk all the time, a lot with you. But anyhow, Christopher is off for a Christmas party tonight with his new employer, so I am going to be all alone all the evening. I have still not put any kind of stitches in because I did all the editing, but I think I'm gonna pour some more water into me, because I kind of realized I've been drinking way too little water. So I'm gonna pour some water into me, and then I am going to start the stitching. While I've been editing, I actually have been removing kind of backward stitching on my hat to go down. I think I have still, yeah, I don't have that much, maybe half an inch or so left to do, and then I'm gonna stitch about 2 to 3 inches more on the hat, and then I'm going to do the decrease again, and that should make a pretty good hat for my friend. So yeah, but I'm going to listen to some audiobooks and do some stitching instead, because that is what I want to do, and what I wanted to do all day. So yeah. By the way, I'm a little bit of a sad panda, because I realized I actually picked out the Fun Furry Friend chart that I got in the World of Cross Stitching. I was editing that day video and like, I have to check it out. So I just picked out the chart out of the magazine to look at, and it's actually 3 of the 12 charts that is in this. I thought I was going to make 15 different kind of boxes, but looking at it, I will end up doing just 12. So that's a little bit sad, but this is going to, I think it does make the kind of I'm thinking about making a wall hanging, a pretty big wall hanging with all of them. They are 80 by 80 stitches. All of these pieces are 80 by 80 stitches. I think they were, yeah, because it's 40 from the middle. So 80 by 80 stitches, and that would mean with a 14 count, I'm gonna do it on 16 count by the way, I think 32 or 32 evenly actually, to be honest. My mental calculations doesn't work. By 3 times 4, about 12 inches per piece. Oh god. No, absolutely not. But I have to recalculate that, because that can't be, they can't be 12 inches. It's 80 stitches, and one, oh, that's the thing. I'm counting it backwards. I'm doing the mathematics backwards in my head. That's never a good deed. 15, if I would count with 15, because it's more even, 2 15 is 30, so it would be 2.5 inches. 4.5 inches, sorry, 4.5 inches. Look, 4 or 5, right, around 4 or 5 inches per piece. That's how it is, 4 or 5 inches per piece, per square. So without any borders, it would be, say, 15 by 20 inches. So that actually, it's a nice size. You can actually have it on a door, I think, even. So yeah, we'll see. I probably just made mathematics wrong, but I think it should be that around 5 inches each. So I might actually do a wall hanging of it in the end. I am going to stitch the pieces on separate pieces, because it makes it easier than having this big old fabric, especially if I'm going to do at least a little cross in between, in some kind of cool pattern, nice pattern. So that is the plan. But I actually had the plan. I was joining a lot of sales last year, like 2015. I was going to be in all the sales, and I planned for a whole bunch of them, and I ended up doing none of them. I think I joined 1 or 2, and then I got overwhelmed and stressed and stopped. And I have figured out, that is a thing that I figured out, that when I'm not very active in the Facebook groups right now. And one of the reasons is because I get very afraid of losing out, to the degree that my craft is starting to stress me. And that is not how I want it to be. So we'll see. I think these are adorable. And I'm actually planning, if I'm going to start with this, I'm going to finish my bird first. That's the kind of deal. But if I'm going to start with this, I think I'm going to start with the December rat that is biking on a bicycle with packages, because I think it's adorable and it has a Santa hat, and would be awesome to do that as a stitching project. I do feel that I probably won't have time for it, but it might actually be the project I take with me over Christmas, together with some kind of start project for Christmas Eve, I think it is. There is a knitting project. There is a knit along for Christmas Eve. Like you start a project for Christmas Eve and you just knit on it for fun. So that might be my shawl that I bought fabric for, or thread for. So yeah. This has been an exciting afternoon. I started by actually listening to my audiobooks. I have gone from the Rogue to the Trader Queen, which is the third and final video in the book in this trilogy by Trudy Canavan. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit flustered. And then I needed to have dinner, so I had dinner, and then I've been like, I don't know what to do, Christopher isn't home because he's out with his company, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I can do so much, which I can't do because I'm exhausted. So I started by stitching and listening to my audiobook, and then I realized that maybe that wasn't what I wanted to do. So I tried to do some knitting, and then like no, and then I kind of felt that the thing I really want to do is edit one of my craft videos, and I shouldn't sit more in front of the computer. The whole thing was that I've changed into my like normal glasses because the terminal glasses that I have when I sit in front of the computer kind of tires my eyes out, and I'm supposed to have these on more than I have the other ones, but yeah. So I ended up actually editing one of my craft videos that I've been doing. I have a very cute angel, and I have how I put the card together, but I think I've accidentally deleted the footage on me coloring it, which kind of sucks. But that's how things happen sometimes. So I had a fairy that I did afterwards, so I did that video instead, because I recorded a couple of videos in the beginning of the month, or middle of November maybe. I started coloring a whole bunch of stamps because I really like coloring. So instead of, it was the kind of daily coloring thingy. All the coloring I did during that time I actually recorded, and then some of them I actually recorded videos for. So I have a bunch of footage for videos that was supposed to be edited and everything, and then I went into the I don't want to do videos anymore idea. No, I wanted to do videos, but I felt completely overwhelmed and stressed out, and I just quit card making for a month. So now I really wanted to edit this video, so I have done that, and I'm hoping that it will have that people will like it, that people want to watch it, and that they will be happy that I'm back. So I have that video for tomorrow, and then I have one video for Wednesday. There's also already recorded and edited and everything, just have to write the posts. So yeah, that is that is what I do, basically. That's what I do. It's fun though. It's really, really fun. Yeah. I am waiting for my videos to export, and that will take like an hour or so. I should probably go to bed, but I thought I'd sit up and wait for Christopher. So either I will watch TV and play with my knitting, or I will do some more stitching. But I think I'm saying goodnight, and I'll see you tomorrow. So good night, sleep tight, don't let the bedbugs bite. Bye!